It drives you crazy, and yeah, it's understandable if Ronnie O'Sullivan sort of decides to jack it in because he's had enough of it. But it's great to hear him saying other than that, because he's still got so much to offer. He's a great inspiration. Yeah. I mean, he should be a great inspiration to Ding Junhui at the age of 37, he's got that many years left, should he want to.
Yeah.
And there's the man he'll be playing, Jackson Page. It's his second effort here. Of course, he beat Barry Hawkins on his debut here a couple of years back before going out to Mark Williams. But Ronnie O'Sullivan is the man everyone's talking about. And I wonder if there's even a shred of doubt here after losing to Mark Williams in that Tour Championship final just a couple of weeks ago. We wondered how that would affect him. What's your guess?
I don't think so. I don't think it'll affect him at all. I mean, he's had a wonderful season. He's been the player of the season without a doubt. Himself, Judd Trump have dominated. And he's playing wonderful snooker. I'm just so happy, you know, to hear those positive remarks from him that he wants to stay in the game and wants to continue to break records and set a high bar for young players like Jackson Page coming through and many more like him.
Well, we've got Robbie Williams, just got a glimpse of him as well. He's up against Mark Allen, 2-7 down. Jackson Page about to step out. And it's O'Sullivan, the reigning UK and Masters champion, going for the snooker slam. He's about to walk out into his 101st match in the Crucible Theatre. MC Rob Walker, it is time to give it the big one.
101st match, wow.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The atmosphere is absolutely electric here at the Crucible, and this is what live sport should be about. Four of the best in the business going toe-to-toe on the biggest stage of all for a place in the second round. It's day 5 at the Kazoo World Snooker Championship, and the crowd cannot wait for the action to start. Please welcome a 3-time ranking event semi-finalist back for the first time in 8 years. His century in the penultimate frame demonstrated the class that saw him through qualifying. He was to give it absolutely everything. So come on, Sheffield, raise the roof for Robbie Williams. And his opponent, a player arguably in the best form of his life. Winner of 3 major crowns already this season. Now just 3 frames away from a 13th appearance in the last 16. Reigning champion of champions, reigning players champion, and the pride of Northern Ireland. Here comes Mark the Pistol Allen. And now to a player emerging for a second Crucible campaign after a deciding frame victory over Nopon Siankam at the qualifiers. He's back 2 years after beating former finalist Hawkins on his debut. Made the semis at last month's World Open. The pride of Wales, Action Jackson Page. And finally, to the greatest player in history, emerging for a record-extending 32nd consecutive Crucible campaign, winner of 5 titles this season alone, 7 times a champion of the world, the Rocket, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
So special, the Rocket's back in town. Now, the completion of the Allen Williams match live on all of the BBC's digital platforms for you this afternoon. But for us here on BBC Two, we're heading straight for Table 2 in the company of Ronnie's fellow 7 times champion of the world, Stephen Hendry, and Hall of Famer John Virgo. Good afternoon to you both.
Good afternoon, Hazel. And good afternoon, everybody. It's always a special occasion, as we prefixed, when Ronnie O'Sullivan takes centre stage at the Crucible Theatre. and always a pleasure to be joined by, as you say, 7 times champion of the world, Stephen Hendry. And, well, the question as always, Stephen, is how's Ronnie going to perform?
Well, I was working on that final where he lost to Mark Williams, and Mark Williams completely outplayed him. Ronnie wasn't great that day. It's been 2 or 3 weeks, obviously. I'd expect him to be hard on the practice table. He has been tinkering a little bit with his technique. As ever, huge expectancy on Ronnie from the crowd, from us, from himself. Heavy favourite to win this World Championship. That brings its own pressures.
Not the best start there from Jackson Page. He thought the red he was playing was the only red he could leave, but he missed it by so much. It ran into the cluster, opened the reds up. So Ronnie at the table with an opportunity. And I don't care who you are, be it the great Ronnie O'Sullivan. First few shots, there'll be nerves.
One.
But what an ideal opportunity to get your hand on the table and get the cue arm going.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough ask for Jackson Page. He plays a very open game, goes for his shots. So, as with that long red, if he's going to play that kind of game, he's going to have to get the vast majority of them, because you can't, as we know, keep presenting Ronnie with these gilt-edged chances in amongst the pink and black.
Just a quick look at the red that Jackson went for. As I say, if it had rattled in the jaws, it'd have been okay, but he was so far off the pot, careered into the cluster.
$15.
Well, after that split the pack, already looking a bit ominous for Jackson Page in this opening frame.
16.
Wasn't the best of shots from Ronnie. As John rightly said, even Ronnie will be take 2 or 3 shots to completely sort of relax out there. And that was a long way off.
16.
Well, that'll please Jackson Page. He'd have been sat there thinking that's the first frame gone. Unexpected miss from Ronnie. Chance for Jackson now to get his hand on the table and get that cue arm going.
1.
Mark Williams can't speak highly enough of this player.
$8.
Well, he's looking to see the red adjacent to the right centre. I don't think that was the red he played on. I think the one closest to the cue ball is the one he played for. Well, he might just be able to get through it, but with the blue now on his spot, where does the colour come from? He can still pot this red closest to the cue ball, but it's trickier than it should have been.
Yeah, no, I
Page
sound like
8.
a broken record sometimes, but if Jackson's going to have any chance in this match, he's got to do the easy stuff well. And straight away, he didn't. Poor positional shot from the black off the spot. It is the easy stuff that trips you up, not the difficult ones.
1.
Now, can Ronnie get through? He's overrun it slightly, I think, but... Oh, they're all available. No problem. Can he get through to the black off this red? He can't avoid a kiss on the second red, so... It's okay, just drop it in. Play for the blue in the middle.
Nine. Ten.
So those 3 reds lined up. They're only available into the left corner and the right middle, but perfect angle on the black.
17. 18. Five. 26.
'Decided to play for this more difficult red. Still needs 3 more reds to get over the line in this first frame.
Four. 41.
So this red and the black would put him 57 points in front, but there'd still be 59 remaining. So looking for 1 more red, and as you can see, they're not situated that good. I think he'd probably play up for the red near the baulk line, being right-handed. So just stunned past the middle pocket.
It's been a very comfortable first frame, though, for Ronnie O'Sullivan. He got in first through Jackson Page, missing the long pot by a long way. Presented with an easy chance there. Okay, missed the blue. And then Jackson
50.
again got in the chance. Gifted Ronnie with a second opportunity. So if that pattern continues, it's going to be a very quick match. As I say, Jackson's got to really concentrate on doing the easy things well.
Has Ronnie's cufflink broke? Or the button come off? He's having to roll his sleeve up for the time being.
54.
I don't know if it's my imagination, but buttonholes today seem a lot smaller than they used to be. Or maybe not
Eyesight.
or I'm not as dexterous as I used to be, yeah. it's not
Ronnie
there.
O'Sullivan, 54.
Jackson Page will probably come back to the table. Well, he should do, and he is, just to get a bit of potting practice. You wouldn't have thought any thoughts of winning this frame, but just get your hand on the table, pot a few balls.
1.
You're not paying for the lights.
Eight.
Yeah, this is, if he's just going to clear up, it's quite an important this, just for his own, get his cueing going, feel more positive in frame.
Yeah, we'll soon know whether he plays for this red or plays in such a way he can play the snooker. It's come that horrible twitch in between.
16.
The way he's played it, I don't think he's thinking about the snooker. As Stephen said, it'd be a nice clearance if you could take it. As I say, just to start playing.
Jackson Page, 16.
So as it stands at the moment, 46 points of difference, 35 remaining. That equates to 3 4-point snookers. And we'll know off this shot whether he's any intention of playing for the snookers or just getting a bit of table time. Well, I still don't know. Anyway, this frame won't be going for much longer. He's left the red over the corner.
One.
So that's the first frame in the bag without having to do much. But he did miss that blue, Ronnie, when he was first in, but wasn't punished for it. But as we've seen, Stephen, so far in these first round matches, the seeds of there's been a few banana skins, hasn't there?
Yeah.
10.
I mean, I was thinking, two of the people that have beaten Ronnie this season, there's not been many. Zhang Anda, Mark Williams, both out in this half of the draw. And you would
13.
think if Ronnie is vulnerable, it probably is in the first couple of rounds maybe. You think generally if he's in the tournament beyond the sort of quarterfinals, he's going to win it, you would think.
17.
But it's been, as I said, pretty comfortable opening frame.
22.
So
28.
not error-free, but the perfect start for the tournament favourite. Ronnie O'Sullivan leads.
In the qualifiers, and he beat Higgins and Selby en route to that semi-final a few weeks ago. So he's been the coming man, a real future star in the making for a long time, Steve.
Yes, he's also got a great practice partner in Yoda in the Valleys, Mark Williams. And so tactically, I'm sure he's learned a lot from Mark.
Similar temperament, we understand as well. Not much phases him. I wonder whether Ronnie will. Back we go.
Decent break off from Jackson. Yeah, and let's not forget, I mean, it really is a hotbed of snooker, is Wales. Always has been. I can think back to my times when, in the amateur days, always very strong. So what I feel you always get with the Welsh players is great competitors. And I think when I counted that there were 6 qualified this year for the Crucible. So he'll certainly know his way around the table with Jackson. It's just the Ronnie O'Sullivan factor. He can put pressure on you even from his seat. he got the reds, but as he left one to the far right corner. It's certainly on. Depends on what you can do with the cue bar. And only you can screw back for the black because he's too straight on this red, so could play up for the blue. Pink may be available.
One.
So slotted it in quite easily. A nice angle on. Yeah, what concerns Ronnie a bit here, he's on the blue, nice angle, but close to the cushion. Well, as it turns out, there was a couple of reds available to the right corner, which wasn't obvious from our commentary position. There you see them. So he's
7.
first in again.
Yeah, Jackson practices a lot with Mark Williams. He'll be used to top drawer safety play, and that's what he's going to be up against today, because that was an excellent safety shot
14.
Ronnie O'Sullivan played to get the mistake out of his opponent.
15.
Yeah, a little shake of the head. It's come very straight on this black. He can still get on that red that is available into the same pocket as the black. It needs a very precise positional shot. A lot of the times you like to play into an area, but on this occasion it needs pinpoint precision. Well, capable, of course. There's a red in the middle of the cluster. He's overrun it.
22.
He's on nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just coming off the cushion, that little bit of side, and just took the cue ball too far.
Yeah, I've noticed it. We're only into the early part of the second frame, but there's a lot of facial expressions from Ronnie so far, which
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 22.
normally when you see him sort of near the business end of the tournament, you get very little from him, but it's been...
That's a good safety from Jackson. Looks like he's covered the escape route down the left-hand side of the table, and the right-hand side, as we look, is a little bit congested with those two reds near the right-hand cushion. So we have to be very precise with this safety. Got it back to the balk end, but so concerned with getting it back there, hasn't played the best safety. Cue ball away from the balk cushion, but once again there's another problem for Jackson, is that black near the left-hand side cushion. Be careful he doesn't run into that. Yep, played it well.
Jackson would obviously love to get a frame on the board as soon as just to feel involved in the match. As we know, Ronnie can run away with matches so quickly. So just to be involved going into the second session would almost be an achievement for Jackson, I think. Just to be close-ish on the scoreboard.
Well, didn't want to risk trying to get the cue ball back to the balk end, so just the containing safety. A little tap on the table from Ronnie there. It just about found the baulk cushion after the flick on the brown. Yeah, and that safety from Jackson has found Ronnie out.
Could have been left with something a bit more straightforward than this. Okay, this red is close to the corner pocket, but you can see it's also close to the cushion. So negotiating the cue ball out of there is not going to be straightforward. So, say, could have had something easier than this. Got to really nip the cue ball with left-hand side up the table.
One.
Well, that was a good pot. As Stephen said, it was never guaranteed to be good on the colour. The blue probably goes it past the green, but being so close to the cushion, he can't do much with the cue ball, so he's going to have to leave himself a long red. As you can see, the blue goes.
Blue ball, thank you.
I do like the way he strikes the cue ball, though, even
6.
as early. We've not seen him play many shots, but he goes through it beautifully.
Jackson Page 6.
It wasn't an easy chance. And as I say, he couldn't get close to the red.
One.
Well, everything that could have gone wrong went wrong there. Missed the pot. Cue ball collided with the red, brought the pink into play. Left Ronnie with a straight red to right corner. The result was about as bad as it could have been for Jackson Page.
7.
As in the first frame, Ronnie's not really had to work for his openings.
$14. $15.
That was the last of the open reds. He didn't want to be straight on this pink. He just got an angle to come off the side cushion for a red in the same pocket. Ooh, he's wanted to run by it. He's still on it, but knocking it to the side cushion makes the pot a little trickier.
22.
No problem. Give it every chance to drop by playing for the pink into the left centre.
$28. $29.
Well, force an angle. Well, he's left himself a tricky pink, but it may have come in his favour. Those two reds near the left corner. If he pots the pink, come off the side cushion. Can he get a cannon on them? Well, he could. He didn't make it any more advantage. It could be made into a plant, but before he can think of that, he's got this tricky red along the top cushion. And he needs red colour red to clinch the frame.
36.
As I say, these two reds to the left corner will definitely be made into a plant, but this is a tough pink he's going to attempt.
The early impressions of
42.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, these first two frames, he looks bang up for it, to me. He looks very busy around the table, looking at everything, every angle.
He just went too far over. I don't think he can make the plant now. 58 points at least, still 67 remaining. Red and a colour, still required. He thought about going up to the fork end, but, well, he's now looking whether he can get the cover on this potential plant with the black. Even the great mind of Ronnie O'Sullivan has to think this one out. Yeah, couldn't really go up to the balk end, you would have thought.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 42.
Didn't want to leave any sniff of a chance of this plant for Jackson.
Yeah, the fact he was 64-6 ahead and took so much time to think of the right shot there, and just emphasises my point that he looks full of focus.
I think Jackson can get through to this red closest to the left corner. He's got a few points to play with, so he doesn't have to be on pink or black. Good shot.
One.
Looks like he's going to be on the yellow. pots the yellow. He goes 55 points behind with 59 remaining. So having to take the yellow. A little bit tight now on points available, so he'll need pink and blacks off these remaining 4 reds.
Three.
Doesn't waste much time, Jackson, does he, when he's down in the shop? Literally points the cue and then delivers it. Tried to drop on the black. It was a pretty good effort, actually. Still on the black. And pressure, he's got to pot one of these colours, pink or black. Or else he needs a snooker.
Jackson Page, 4.
Yes, and that now means he needs a snooker. It was a big ask. And Ronnie just making certain of that red. That means that Jackson will stay seated. And it's 2-0. I love the way the ball's going right in the middle of the pocket. It's always a good sign
7.
for us watching and the player playing. As I say, Jackson won't bother coming back to the table. Not really had a decent chance, in all honesty, but Ronnie won't mind. Comfortably 2-0 in front.
Yeah, he hasn't settled at all.
Thank
I mean,
you.
he said it was funny, and most people, not most people, but you know, when he knew who he was playing, and when he qualified, he says, I don't care who I play. I mean, if it's Ronnie O'Sullivan, I don't mind. I look forward to it. It's the worst draw in the world to get, believe me, and he's finding it out at the moment.
OK, back we go, frame 3.
Decent break off there from Ronnie. It's one of those situations, Stephen. It'd be nice for Jackson if he could get in early in a frame and make a sizable break. Because at the moment, there'll be a lot of people in this Crucible Theatre. I've never heard of him, never seen him play, and I don't care. Obviously, he's a good player to be here. You just want to prove to the crowd that you're justified being here.
Yeah, I was between the frames. I was thinking exactly that. It needs a nice chance around the pink and black. You know, a few easy pots just to get comfortable. He's sort of feeding off scraps a little bit. He was in the first frame, that bad positional shot from the black. But as we know, playing against, well, all the best players in the world, but especially Ronnie, if you think you're going to just wait and be presented with a chance, you'll be waiting a long time.
Not putting any pressure on Ronnie's safety here. Now, is Ronnie going to play the thick safety, open the reds, or the thin one and keep it tight? He's got his hand on the table, so you expect him to play a good safety. Played the thin safety, keeping it tight. But overhits it. Now this red on the right hand side of the table is available to the right corner, but Jackson would only play it if he thought he could get a free run through to the black. If he can't get position on the colour, it's too risky to attempt.
kept his head beautifully still through that shot. Excellent strike of the cue ball. Managed to negotiate the cue ball in and out of baulk without hitting a baulk colour, but he's let the cue ball drift to the right side of the table near the cushion, which now makes this red missable, especially raising the butt of the cue, digging down.
Jackson Page, 6.
Yeah, pity, but as Stephen said, he lost the cue ball. No player wants to be that close to the cushion, and digging down makes it a very tough pot.
Not the best safety shot from Ronnie. Yeah, it was kind of a half chance for Jackson, but sometimes when you're playing Ronnie O'Sullivan, half chances are the ones you've got to take.
Well, he did come round and have a look. So maybe you thought there was a possibility. Main object of the exercise was to get the cue ball back to the baulk end. No, he couldn't have seen that. That was a fluke. Anyway, listen, there'll be many a twist and turn in these best of 19 matches.
Jackson Page, 1.
Half chance that's gone a begging. Shake of the head. Not the start he was looking for.
1.
It's incredible the difference playing in the Crucible makes. Also playing against one of the best players, the best player in the world, Ronnie O'Sullivan. Shots like those, that brown, Jackson probably misses once a week in practice, but they become so difficult out here. But maybe a reprieve. That split hasn't worked out ideally.
Just playing safe.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 8.
Referee had declared a touching ball, and that is a good safety from Ronnie, covering the escape route down the left-hand side of the table. I think there is a gap between yellow and blue, but not one that could help him get back to baulk. So in a spot of bother here. There you see, you can hit the red just below the pink, but that takes the cue ball nowhere. A spot of bother.
Not sure if it's going to be too wide, hitting the cue ball just before the middle pocket for the red on the black cushion. He has got a 2-cushion escape down the right side of the table. The 3 reds are in a line at the right. Possibly come off side cushion, black cushion, clip one of those. He's playing this with a touch aside, but no, this was always wide. Never looked on that shot, I'm afraid.
Miss Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4.
And the last thing he could afford to do was run across the face of the red A little bit of inexperience there. Stephen's choice of two-cushion escape on the other side of the table was the right one.
1.
Can't gift wrap opportunities like this.
Eight.
It wasn't intended, that contact on that red. Could have gone a little awkward, but it's turned out he's got a choice of 3 reds now.
Yeah, the one to the left corner is slightly hampered. Just got a little bit to do with the cue ball. But for someone who plays so many shots left-handed, it's remarkable how good he is with the rest. And a look at the one to the right centre. Well, that must be his. Feels as though he can run past the second red and get nicely on the blue.
Nine.
Well, in the end, run past the second red, slowed it down. But with the brown not being on his spot, an easy in and out of balk.
Quite a lot of indecision today this afternoon to run his game. There's a lot of getting down to the shot, getting up again. It's not been as serene as it
14.
normally is. Just literally playing one shot then the next, falling into each shot perfectly.
15. Two. 23.
Looks pretty straight on the black, but no problem. There's a red in the middle of the table. To the right centre. There's probably other reds, but as long as you got that one in the open, you know you've got a reserve to go at.
31.
I would think there's definitely a red in the middle of the cluster goes to the right corner. He's got a nice angle on the blue. He could play for the open red into the left corner. His choice is the one to the right corner. He'd like to be straight on it or a nice angle so he can play for the black.
36. $37. $44.
I'm trying to work it out. Need 3 more reds, you would have thought.
45.
Well, I don't know whether he got a heavy contact. That seemed to sort of delay when it went through, really. Tricky black, this. Well, that was amazing. I know. He's now got the cannon, finished near the side cushion, but the way he switches hands. Remember the early days,
52.
Stephen, when he used to switch hands? Snooker players used to say he's taking the mickey. Well, under the cushion,
52.
you could hear him say, as soon as he hit it, shot, which it wasn't. So Jackson comes to the table, 57 points behind, 67 remaining. And this isn't too bad a chance if he can knock this first red in.
1.
Yeah, he hates missing that shot that way, Ronnie. That overcut. Right to left. Pot. It's not bad, that cue ball. It's obviously could do another couple of inches, but it's not bad because it's easily can get to the black from this angle. No, Jackson.
Jackson Page 4.
And I'm afraid if you're going to miss those, it's not going to be a very happy time here for Jackson Page in this match.
Well, he's going to get another chance to put things right. Might not go for the pot here on the red. He's 53 points behind. There's 59 available, but he's got an easy snooker behind the brown, should he so wish. Yep, that's the right shot.
As I said before, he needs to get a frame on the board quickly. Jackson Page, this match will be out of his hands so quickly if he doesn't.
Jackson Page 4.
Well, free ball, but it won't be taken. Have the balls replaced. No value in playing anything here. But he has it replaced.
Yeah.
Told you.
Is that Ronnie? Yeah, Jackson, thanks.
I mean, even if Ronnie gets this shot right, the last thing he wanted to do was to bring these three reds into play, but he's no option.
Foul and a miss.
Foul?
Jackson Page 6. Yep. Paul, could you bring
Oh,
that?
he just missed the red by a fraction.
I think the pink might have been on its spot.
I thought he'd flick the red, but he just missed it by a fraction, yeah?
Red touching it. That looks good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ronnie, has it? Okay. Jackson, thanks.
Try number 3.
Foul and a miss.
Oh, and the same result.
Jackson Page 6. Yeah. Game again, Paul.
Well, Jackson never moved there, but the way this cue ball finished, Stephen,
Yeah. Thanks.
but of course it's not a free ball, so these are very valuable points he's getting here.
Yeah, thank you.
16 points he's given away, Ronnie, the last 3 shots. And eventually got there. But now, Jackson Page got plenty of points to play with.
Yeah, those 16 points were still better than catching it thick, the shot, and leaving Jackson an opportunity. But he is back in this frame.
Yeah, just missed an opportunity there to get him behind that brown again, or at least find the baulk cushion. 37 points to lead for Ronnie. 59 remaining.
One.
Well, there you go. Wonderful pot. Still needs another red after the blue.
Yeah, by a long stretch, the shot of the session so far, and so clever. Where the cue ball was, the only red he could have left was the one he went for.
Six. Seven. Fourteen. 15.
Yeah, if you're Ronnie O'Sullivan, you're not worried at all, really, about your opponent, the way it started. Jackson has not done the easy stuff well at all. He's had,
22.
okay, granted, sort of half chances, but
23.
he's made too many easy mistakes or simple mistakes.
29.
It's been very comfortable so far for Ronnie O'Sullivan.
31.
As I say, this match could very, very quickly run away from Jackson Page.
34. 38. 43. 49.
'Well, that's the third frame.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Done and dusted. I feel a bit for Jackson Page. It looks like the crucible's got to him at the moment. No pressure on Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Seeing
who leads.
Jackson Page.
Well, I mean, he's getting plenty of chances, in all fairness. He just looks very, very edgy, you know. And as John said, and the crucible is sort of getting to him at the moment. He just needs to, you know, pot a few balls, just string one decent break together. And it's amazing what one frame and one little break can do to your confidence. It could set him up for the rest of this match. But he's got to get one on the board very, very quickly.
Okay, this is the last before the interval.
Yeah, so break off. He has left a possibility, I think, of a long red. But Ronnie not bothering, playing the safety. Kissing the green full in the face, very unlike Ronnie. And that will annoy him. Any top professional to catch a ball colour full knows it could spell danger. So this pot's on. But at the moment, just got a case of the nearlies.
One.
That's the two-table situation. Now, Ronnie had a good look at this situation, and obviously the black is back on its spot. Now, is it still available?
8.
It is. It's just that red that's just above the black. It's just making it slightly awkward. And if he plays for the black in the same pocket as this red, can he avoid the kiss on the second red? Don't think so. So he used the second red to force it up, but he's going to finish tight on the blue and on nothing. A little unlucky, but it was one of those really, just the situation of the balls. Wasn't guaranteed good position. He didn't get anything.
Ronnie Sullivan, 9.
Because the cue ball's technical cushion. I was going to say, not able to try and get the cue ball in behind the green. Very interesting. Jackson Page is really struggling, but Ronnie still doesn't want to play a safety shot off the main bunch and risk leaving a red on. So very disciplined and try and keep things as tight as possible. He knows his opponent is really struggling. He's a little bit overawed by the whole occasion. So the last thing he wants to do is just let him in easily by opening the reds up and maybe stick one over the corner pocket, keeping it tight. But didn't keep it tight enough.
1.
Excellent pot. Is he going to land in the colour? Blue, possibility. Tough shot. He's not shied away from taking anything on so far.
No, I think what encouraged him to go for it, he doesn't have to do anything. There is a red adjacent to the left corner. Should he knock it in? And that was a good pot. Oh, and he's lost the cue ball.
6.
Played for a red to the left corner. The one just to the left of the black. Well, left of the black now. Still got this red near the black spot, but oh, it should have been easier. This is a tough pot.
Jackson Page, 6.
Yeah, what happened with the blue is because he's trying so hard to pot the ball, he's kind of not giving the same attention to the position. Because he just wants to make sure he pots the, as I say, the ball he's going for. He's not at that stage where you're comfortable and everything's automatic pot and position. His whole focus is on making sure he tried not to miss.
One.
Well, cross double from Ronnie, but that's all it will be, probably. Just trying. I can't see him going for the yellow, so just tuck up behind the green.
Ronnie Sullivan, 1.
He thought, as long as I leave the cue ball tight on the board cushion, cover the red adjacent to the left corner, I'll have my opponent in trouble, and that's exactly the situation. Got the double kiss, but it's okay. Not left anything. I don't mind him playing an attacking safety, but well, he's caught it so thin. That's why the cue ball's coming in and out of balk. That was a bad hit. Not left anything easy. So Ronnie may not be playing a pot here, just keeping the pressure on with a good safety. At the moment, Ronnie quite content to treat his opponent and the game with respect. Well, another bit of good fortune for Jackson. Hit the safety all wrong. And once again, not left anything easy. This red does pot. Table just above the pink, but work to do with the cue ball. Not an easy pot.
Yeah, now Ronnie having his opponent exactly where he wants him. He's not going to take any risks. He's such an incredible match player now, Ronnie O'Sullivan. You think about all the flamboyant shots and the big breaks and everything, but you forget what a competitor he is out there. He's shown that this afternoon. Not seen any of the big breaks or anything yet, as yet, but he's completely dominating this match.
One.
Yeah, and his patience over the last two shots now has paid dividends. Not good on the blue. Probably play the yellow. There's a few reds down and one that's near the black spot he could play on.
Three. Four.
That's gone wrong. Thin clip on the pink, but this cue ball will be running loose. Looked to me, he was trying to screw into the cluster there. So he's got the pink. No, he's on a red. Pink going on the blue spot may help. Only just getting up off the shot. Late arrival. So back down again, compose.
11.
And finish nicely on the red so he can get perfect angle on the pink. Now he'll be playing for that red that looks to be occupying the black spot.
$17.
I'm a little bit surprised, Stephen. He went down that side of the table. I thought if he goes down the right-hand side of the table, it'd been a lot easier, but
18.
who am I to question the great man?
24.
He could play a cannon into the 4 reds here. Just a gentle cannon. Guaranteed to be on
25.
the black. And that shot would be, you would think, the beginning of the end of this 4th frame. Just got to make sure he doesn't collide with the red that's near the black cushion. And he has collided with it, and he's now not perfect. That was a strange mistake for someone like Ronnie O'Sullivan to make. If he knew he was going to collide with the red, he would have judged the speed better. This is thinner than it looks on the screen, but right in the middle of the pocket.
33.
It's a strange thing to say about a Ronnie O'Sullivan session, but it's been almost workmanlike, hasn't it?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, but I think he's just making certain that this isn't a banana skin for him.
Exactly. He's killing this match off early. He's put everything into it. As you say, he's been patient with his shot selection. And he's, you know, that's at 4-0.
37.
You know, there's probably no way back for Jackson Page already in this match.
Yeah, Hazel asked Steve and Ken in the studio, mid-session interval after this, could you think of any words of wisdom to say to Jackson?
I mean, nothing that he already doesn't know is like, you know, just try and put everything into the easy stuff. But unfortunately, when you're under the pressure that he's under, as I said, you put so much effort into make sure you pot the ball and don't miss, and then your cue ball's nowhere.
45.
You need to get in a stage
46.
where you're comfortable and everything's automatic. But he's not at that stage.
No, and it was the blue earlier in this frame. I mean, there was a bit of pressure on the blue, but he potted it
53.
nicely enough, but didn't get position.
54.
This frame now well and truly over. Jackson will probably go to the practice room so he can hit a few balls.
62.
5 more frames after the mid-session interval. So you would think the target, win that little mini session if you can.
70.
So here we could have first century of the match.
Thank you. 78. $81.
That's gone wrong. Needs a good shot from brown to blue. Well, we didn't see the century, but Ronnie won't be too bothered. He'll go off to the dressing room, and he leads Jackson Page by 4 frames to 0.
Well, it's only the 3rd time that these players squared up. First time 2017. Jackson Page, a very young man, gave Ronnie a real game of it, only 6 frames to 3. And then earlier this season in the English Open, it was Ronnie who ran out of 4 frames to 1 winner in that English Open. But this is a whole different ball game. Over 2 sessions at the Crucible, Jackson making his 2nd appearance here. So far, O'Sullivan in charge, 4-0. Back to Stephen and John we go.
Yeah, thank you, Hazel. Yep, 2 sessions, another 5 frames to be played. Can Jackson Page make any inroads? Can he get his Q arm going and start to produce the form we know he's capable of? Wouldn't be here if he wasn't a top player. Average shot time for Ronnie, 19. He's usually a bit quicker than that, but just the way he's played the first 4 frames. Does he sneak that in? No, he's left it, needs cover. Is the yellow coming to his rescue? I think it has. Just. Well, trying to clear the pocket as much as anything. Oh, he played the cannon, got the cannon. And you have to say, a little unlucky to running off. Never rains, but it pours.
One. Fine. Six.
A couple of loose reds to play for, but it's always very interesting to see how the great players go about making a break. Obviously at some time, sooner rather than later, he's going to have to bring that cluster of reds into play.
Yeah, I think the red to the left of the black, he'll leave that there. He'd love to be on an angle in the black to play into the main bunch and leave that there into the left corner as insurance. I mean, he's got a lovely angle in the blue. Should he have wanted to go into the pink here, but it doesn't tend to go into the bunch until absolutely necessary.
11.
It's different to, say, a Judd Trump who kind of wants to get the reds in the open as soon as possible. Watched Ding Junhui this morning against Jack Lazowski, and he was a similar style.
12.
Trusted his cue ball. Here's a shot now, I was mentioning. Will go into the bunch now because he's got that red next to the cue ball. Ready and waiting. Yeah, as I was saying,
19.
Ding and Ronnie very similar in the fact that they trust their cue ball control in order to pick off the reds and just, as we've seen there, just bring out another 2 or 3 reds as when needed. You get likes of a Judd Trump who kind of
20.
bullies the balls almost, the way he plays, the way he break builds.
Well, decided to play for this red along the top cushion. He's getting down pretty quick, so he must have got a good angle.
28.
cues going through nicely now.
Again, chose to go into the bunch when he knew he had 2 reds either side, which he was always going to be on one of them. He would have liked to have brought more reds into play from that shot.
36.
Going back to the point I always make about doing the easy things well. I mean, you just very rarely see Ronnie O'Sullivan make a mistake on the easy shots. I can't remember this afternoon if he's missed anything easy. May have done, but it's so rare.
42.
That's what makes him so good. Everything that he's supposed to pot, he generally pots.
Well, he's played for the pink here. Jackson there. He was a little unlucky, wasn't it? The red over the corner. Played the cannon. Got the cannon, but ran in off. I presume this pink won't go on its spot, because it may interfere with this red. There is another spot available. That's the green spot. And this is the cannon.
48.
I mean, unlucky to going off to catch the red that full.
49.
So this is it. This could be the key shot now to this 5th frame. Absolutely perfect on the blue. And he's on a red to keep the break going. So close to a century in the frame before the mid-session interval. Can he please this crowd with one here?
62. 63. $70. 71.
Well, did he purposely play for the pink there so he can nudge this awkward red, the only awkward red on the table, away from the cushion? No, he's playing the brown. Refusing to let the balls play him, Stephen.
76. $83. 84.
Well,
91.
we know that Ronnie O'Sullivan is going to be ahead going into the second session. How big is that lead going to be? At the moment, the way it's going, it's hard to see where Jackson Page's first frame is going to come from.
95. 97.
Now then, come on, Ronnie, give him the tongue, just roll it in. Well played. That's what they've come to see. Wonderful break. He's in his rhythm now.
150.
This will be career century 1,261. Absolutely brilliant from Ronnie O'Sullivan. Jackson Page played a good cannon, a little unlucky, but then we saw the best of Ronnie. It's 5-0.
Ronnie, you're now staring at a 5-0 scoreline, and that too
Yeah.
is compounding the pressure on Jackson.
Yeah, exactly. And you just want to, you know, try and not lose this match in the first session. Try and get, you know, give yourself some sort of chance for the second half. But, you know, unless he gets it at least, you know, 2 or 3 frames, he's got no chance. You know, the game is almost over in the first session, you know. And it'll be disappointing for Jackson because he came here with a lot of promise. But, yeah, needs something to happen for him, you know.
Let's see if he can make it happen.
Not the best break-off. And punished. Wonderfully stroked in. Ronnie did come down to have a look to see if there was a red available. On the chance he came straight on the black, which he has. I think there is just a red to the right middle available. We had a slight angle, tried to force it. But it was always going to be difficult to disturb the reds. So he won't be scoring anymore, just for safety.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 8.
And not the best one. Now there's a red over the corner. Can Jackson get through to it? No. That's, as I say, it's just at the moment turning to be one of those days. It's got to keep it in your head though. It's best of 19. This and 3 more frames to be played. And I'm certain, as I said earlier, coming from a hotbed of snooker like Wales, he'll have the battling qualities. He just needs to get a decent chance. We keep saying it, a couple of half chances. But you've still got to believe. Much too thin, and there's no cover on this red now.
Yeah, this now it's terrible from Jackson Page now, because now you start to feel embarrassment as well when you miss hit shots so badly. It's the best place in the world to play snooker when you're playing well, but it's also the worst when you're in this kind of situation. Can't win a frame, struggling to hit a shot properly.
1.
And this is almost turning into like a practice session for Ronnie for his next round, the way it's going.
Just going round to see if the black will go to the right corner. It'll be tight. If it doesn't, need a decent shot now on this red to the left middle. Got to run past the black and couldn't. So, what colour is he going to play? Green or brown?
Yellow ball.
Yellow.
Oh, a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 9. Jackson Page.
Always going to be called a miss. No reason why Jackson won't have it replaced. Because if he catches the yellow full, he'll leave the cue ball on the baulk line and a possible pot for Jackson. So I presume, because he was so close, it'd be yellow again.
Yellow ball.
He did catch it full, so a possible pot. Well, it didn't get any easier. It was 27 minutes since Jackson last potted a ball.
One.
Another clean pot for Ronnie and nicely on the black. Yeah, no need to play a cannon because there's a few reds that are pottable, and as you pot one, you clear the path for another. So just precise positional play, the order of the day.
9.
Perfect on the blue. I think what's impressing me more in
14.
this session, Stephen, and listen, you've been in the situation so many times, this first round match, and your
15.
opponent missing and giving you lots of chances. Sometimes you can just lose a bit of focus, but none of that from Ronnie this afternoon.
No, I mentioned it, I think, in the second frame. He looks like he's, you can see the expressions when things don't go right, and he's up and down, and he's making sure he plays the right shot.
22.
One of the most amazing things about Ronnie still is
Yeah.
he beats the players he's supposed to beat, and he always beats them comfortably. You see other top players, and they might not be able, they might struggle to beat players they're supposed to beat, and lose. Ronnie always beats, more often than not, the players he's supposed to beat, and he's just the greatest winner.
Thank you.
2 reds at a time,
23. And one.
but no position. Another example of Ronnie giving the utmost respect to Jackson. 5-0 lead. I think he'd be tempted by the pink, but he's looking for the safety, trying to nestle this cue ball near the yellow. Near the yellow, and get behind it if you
It's
can.
always
Get
22.
behind it if you can.
Yeah, I think he really enjoys the challenge of playing these shots. He sort of challenges himself to play the right shot well. He could have played another shot, but he thought, no, I'm going to try and play the ultimate safety shot. This is pretty good.
Yeah, very good hit. Long straight red to the far right corner, but he's having none of it. Trying to get him behind the yellow again. It's a great line, just a little shorter pace, but he's covered the important red, and that was the one that was in that half of the table. So nothing to go at that Jackson will look forward to playing. Does he take this pot on? Tough, tight under the cushion. Oh, superb. Brilliant pot.
Yeah, watch Ronnie. A nod of appreciation here. You can see it in the background. He enjoyed that one.
Seven.
There's no doubt. Large majority of this crowd have come to see Ronnie O'Sullivan today, but I think they'd still love to see a bit of a match.
8.
They don't just want to see a one-sided victory. They want to see, as I say, a bit of competition out there. You couldn't see Jackson winning the frame at this visit. There'd be some effort, but if he can get back into
15.
the frame and start to feel involved in this match in some shape or form.
16.
But just the easy stuff, Jackson. You got to concentrate. So careless.
Yeah, very poor positional shot. Just didn't get through it. Sort of jabbed at it more than anything. Should have been easy, this pink. It's tricky now. Well, he's got it, but is he on the next red? And that's the problem. You've got a difficult pot in front of you. You give all your attention to the pot, and you lose positional control. This red just goes to the right middle. And he's got it, and it's a good pot.
23.
But he's chasing that cue ball at the moment. It's not going where he wants it to be.
Yeah, it's a good effort, that, actually. Playing the cannon on the red. Was hoping to retain position on the black.
Green ball. Jackson Pierce, 23.
But it's probably his best sort of visit to the table so far this afternoon. Even that little 27 break would made him feel a little bit better.
Well, that's not a good shot from Ronnie. The only thing is, when Jackson did play that safety off the green, the last thing he wants is a green against the side cushion, because if he's going to win the frame at an opportunity like this, for example, he's going to need the green. And he's the one who put it in an awkward position. Got to think of everything. Always difficult when they're just off the cushion and you play it with a bit of pace.
One.
So here's a chance for Ronnie now. Just asking the referee, Leo Scullion, to you give that ball a white, mate.
Yeah.
Just as Ronnie say, the black's dirty as well. Sometimes, you know, when they brush an eye in the tables, unless they're very careful, the dust goes in the pockets, and sometimes the balls can pick it up when they go in the pocket.
9.
Yeah, and also Ronnie is using the older brand of chalk. I think 95% of the tour use this new chalk that doesn't leave marks on the cloth or on the balls.
just the red to leave Jackson Page
16.
leading the snooker.
Thank you. 17.
Yeah, terrific pot. Our way back to the table now. Perfect on the brown. .35 points to lead, just 27 remaining. And Ronnie making
23.
certain of the yellow, no heroics. He knows his opponent won't come back to the table. What's the odds of potting this? As I say, it won't matter.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 23.
Well, I say it won't matter. Jackson's decided to come back to the table. 3 4-point snookers to tie. Well, every credit for coming back to the table. I'm sure Ronnie thought when he rolled the yellow in that his opponent wouldn't come back to the table, but he's every right to. I mean, getting 3 snookers against Ronnie O'Sullivan and him missing them, well, that won't happen very often. Yeah, I'm just trying to work out why Jackson's carrying on. Don't get me wrong, he's quite entitled to carry on. 3 snookers or whatever. But this used to be the old days, the old way of playing it. You know, you felt, well, I'll carry on in a frame and might just knock him off out of his stride. Well, he won't get another chance.
Seven.
To the inch.
Twelve. $18.
So Jackson
25
Page
on the frame.
did put a few good balls in that frame, but to no avail. The Rocket leads 6-0.
Second appearance at the Crucible, and he's up against a maestro in Ronnie O'Sullivan. But O'Sullivan, very comfortable, but very professional. Very professional about the way you're going, and I think that says a lot about your point, Ken, about how much he respects this young man.
Yeah, absolutely. The Crucible can be such a wonderful place to play. But when you're 6-0 down, and you know, you sort of get, as Stephen said, the embarrassment sort of creeps in a little bit. Hopefully he'll get a first frame on the board very quickly.
Okay, another 3 to play this afternoon.
One.
Well, super shot. And perfect on the black. Best chance he's had so far in this session.
8.
First opportunity. Black available into both corner pockets. Good chance to score heavily.
Nine.
Yeah, first chance since the first frame, really been down this business end of the table.
16. 17.
May choose to go into the bunch here, screw the cue ball to the right side of the table. Yep, well played. Position JV. This is his fourth black.
25.
Yeah. And I'm certain Jackson has it in the back of his mind, but what should be in the forefront of his mind is get a frame on the board. But as you said a few frames ago, I like the way he hits the ball.
32.
Gets right through with the cue.
Thank you. 33.
Yeah, if I was struggling, I used to sometimes, inside my head, almost commentate to myself what I was going to do. For instance, I'm going to pot the black and I'm going to stun up for this red. And it almost tells your brain what to do. It makes you concentrate.
40.
Somehow just focus his mind here on each shot. Also decide what shot he's going to play before he gets down so he can fully commit.
41.
Yeah, never get down on a shot and be in two minds. Nice angle on the black. Well, he's on a red. I don't think he can
40.
play for the black, though. But as I say, in the forefront of his mind was get a frame on the board.
49.
And played that beautifully. Perfect on the blue. And doesn't hang about.
54. 55.
No, this break has still not reached the 4-minute mark, and he's only a couple of 2 or 3 pots away from securing it. But this is when you need to make sure you keep concentrating, because the counter attack is always on.
62.
Yeah, well played.
Thank you. 63.
May play a little cannon into the pink and red here.
Yeah, well, in a funny way, I mean, the way he's taking
70.
these, I just feel a bit aggrieved we've not seen more of him this afternoon. This is wonderful stuff from Jackson, and only this red required. Well played.
71.
Yeah, if only it got in one of the opening, 2 or 3 frames and managed to win one, he could possibly have been involved in this first session.
76.
Say under 5 minutes, and he's won this frame. It's been
77.
really nice to watch, actually.
Yeah, and he's not 23 until August, so when you look
83.
at players like Jackson here, you think the
84.
future of the game's in good hands. As I say, just the way he goes about playing. Very watchable. Now, come on. Let's
91.
top it off with a ton. 2 reds, 2 colours.
92. 99.
Well played. Very well played, Jackson Page.
And I think now we know why that Ronnie has treated him with the utmost respect. What a wonderful break. Tremendous opening red, and even the great man can do nothing about this. Gets in, and I do believe the highest break here at the Crucible is at 142. And if he gets the last 6 colours, he can equal that.
115.
Needs to run this, needs to run.
117.
Oh, he's got there.
120.
Well, that's an easy game, isn't it?
Yeah.
124.
Oh, come on, Jackson. Equal the highest break of the tournament so far. And considering he was 6-0 down, what a sterling effort this has been from the Welshman.
135.
Absolutely wonderful. What a break. Every credit, young man. It was turned into the Ronnie O'Sullivan show. But he's part of it now.
Page could absolutely wipe the floor with somebody with play like that. And I think this is the future of snooker. I said somewhere down the line, I said, I think the player that's going to win this event needs to play with good rhythm. Because we're seeing more and more players play quickly, but not carelessly. And they're proving that not just the attacking play, but getting into a good groove, it makes it a lot easier game than stop-start snooker. Not saying that you can't play good stop-start snooker, but the way Jackson Page potted all the balls in that's probably the future for snooker.
OK, back we go. I'm sure he's all fired up by that one. His 4th Crucible century in total, and the best yet.
Yeah, I don't know, there's a bit of extra adrenaline, but it wasn't the best break-off shot. Red came down the table with the cue ball, but it's covered by the brown. So it's okay.
One.
Well, he couldn't avoid a kiss to the red, so trust a little bit to luck. He's not had much. It was a tough one. Yeah, pot was difficult, so mate certainly got nicely through the cue ball. Wasn't bothered about being on a board colour. Obviously, we know with Ronnie and all the great break builders. And of course, the man next to me was one of the, well, second only to Ronnie. But he'll be looking to get that black on its spot as as soon as possible.
Yes, that's exactly what he's thinking about right now. It might be in 2 or 3 shots time or whatever, but that's the plan.
I suppose the other option he's got is pot the yellow, come off the side cushion with pace and cannon into the main bunch. We might release the pink. No, decided to play the precise positional shot. Can he get on the black? No, just not the angle he wanted. Back to this red.
Again, the last 2 or 3 shots, just all afternoon, like getting down for a shot, back up for a shot. It's just maybe not had the cue ball as pinpoint as when he's at his absolute best.
4.
Just got past being straight on the blue. So again, we're looking for a little angle in this red to left corner, just to stun over for the black to the same pocket.
And it is a fair
9.
point you made. Cue ball control, he doesn't panic to get there, does he? He just believes that first time
10.
around, give me another chance.
This red clears the red to the right of it, to the opposite corner pocket, which will clear another one to this corner pocket. So no panic to get into the reds at the moment. A beautiful bunch of reds to go into, from putting the black into the left corner pocket, screwing into that gap.
26.
He won't do it here. He'll play for the red into the same corner pocket. There might be another one available to that right corner. But if he's straight in the red,
33.
follow through. And now he's got the option
34.
into that little gap that you can see.
Well, he's not got one to a corner pocket. He's got a tricky one to the right middle, which obviously he'll take on. And if it goes in, that should be this frame in the bag. Right in the heart of the pocket. He does make the game look ridiculously easy at times. And this is just the response you'd expect from Ronnie. It's like Jackson Page took over the stage, you know.
To be fair, Jackson made it look ridiculously easy. His break in the previous frame, what was it, about 6 minutes, 7 minutes? That's total clearance. But yeah, I love watching just the way Ronnie plans out the beginning of a break to get all the balls into the position that he needs to go on and make the centre or win the frame.
49.
The first sort of 7 or 8 pots, you can almost see the plan.
Yeah, he's 48 points in front. He's got the red along the top cushion, the easy red that he's behind. He's got one in the middle, and he can get over the winning line without playing a cannon. That's what he was thinking about. Doesn't have to disturb those 4 reds in the middle of the table, as long as he gets high value colours with the open reds.
It's actually quite strange to watch him do that, because you think, just keep potting balls and it'll
57.
take care of itself.
Yeah.
But it shows you how much he's putting into this session.
But I've said it a few times in this first week. Balls that are missed at the Crucible, just careless shots that don't seem to happen anywhere else. I think every shot needs due care and attention.
Yeah, I mean, he was letting the scoreboard dictate what shot he was going to play there.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, yeah, but I think he just wanted to do it risk-free. Just this red required.
65.
Again, didn't or wanted to mind completely what shot he was playing before he got down
66.
to play it. I missed more shots in my career for that reason than any other, John. Not getting down to the shot and not having a clear plan in mind.
Yeah, because sometimes when you get down, you see a slightly different angle, and you think, should I squeeze this in to get on the next ball? All done it. Oh, well, he's missed the pink, which will annoy him.
66.
But he gets back to his seat. 65 points in front, 59 remaining. Just annoyance, that will cause him, more than anything.
1.
So as it stands at the moment, 2 4-point snookers required from Jackson.
Eight.
Normally the plan here is to get the next 2 reds and blacks and then leave 1 red on the table. And if you can get a snooker on that red and a free ball, then 1 snooker would be good enough. Well, I decided to play the cannon, and it's not great.
16.
He can afford a pink and keep it at 2 snookers. But this red, by no means easy.
Jackson Page, 16.
Well, to take his medicine. I'll be disappointed he didn't get the reds he required with colours. If Ronnie can't get past the yellow, it's only a gentle swerve. He'll be wary. He doesn't want to leave an easy chance for Jackson. Well, he has. So this will be the plan now. Pot this red, a black, and then try and get a snooker on the red that's to the left of the black. It's a bit better situation than it was when he was last at the table, in all honesty. If he doesn't feel he can get on the black, as I say, he could play up for the pink and still keep it at 2 snookers.
One.
See, if he plays the blue, it'll be 2 snookers to tie. That's why he's forced to play the pink. Can he miss the portcolour? No, he can't. And now the big question, can he get to the red? Well, just a thin edge. He wanted to hit it full so he could stun behind the black. That's not an option now.
Jackson Page, 7.
Yeah, that's all he could do, really. Well, he's done pretty well out of it. Is there a gap? Surely not a gap. Told you, there's always a gap.
Foul. Jackson Page, 4.
Yeah, no miss can be called when they're in the stage. That's one of the snookers. 38 points the difference now. 35 remaining. 1 4-point snooker required. Easy enough to hit, coming off the side cushion. Got to get it safe, obviously. If he leaves the red on, that's end of frame. Oh,
Foul.
but you've got to hit it, Jackson.
Ronnie Sullivan, 4.
He was just trying to come off the side cushion and hit the red thin one side or the other. Should have made certain he hit it. Oh, delightful shot. He's not letting his guard down, Stephen, for a second here, is he?
No, he's ruthless.
Well, he'll be taking this red on. This for 7-1. Where's the red ball going? Oh, where's the cue ball going? They're still there. Can Ronnie get to the top cushion and squeeze past the black? I'm going to play it off 2 cushions. Oh, well, and he fell for it.
Jackson Page, 7.
A 7-point penalty. The score, 35 points of difference, 35 remaining. Well, for all he's treated every shot with the utmost respect, that was a schoolboy error.
Eight.
Well, he needs a good shot now. I don't think he can reach this. And the problem is, when you get a shot like this near the pocket, where does the rest head go?
Yeah, bad shot off the black, really. He had a lot of table to land the cue ball in, to have a shot at the yellow. Should never been anywhere near the middle pocket.
Jackson Page,
So
8.
he got a chance from nowhere. Okay, he's not left a pot on the yellow, but he'd be so disappointed. He worked hard for that chance, and that could really have ruffled Ronnie's feathers. 27 points in it, 27 remaining. The colours couldn't be better situated for a clearance. If Jackson can get the next chance. He's missed the last one. This is a bit clumsy. Very clumsy.
Two. Five.
Well, for a minute, I thought we were going to see a little bit of a turn up there. Jackson had every chance to win this frame. Okay, the clearance would have got us to a respotted black, but that could have been 2 frames in a row, but not to be.
14.
One more frame after this, before the end of this session.
20.
And it's a case of what might have been there for Jackson Page. But Ronnie O'Sullivan goes back to the dressing room, 6 frames ahead at 7-1.
Very careful. I mean, obviously that error, the 7-point error on the black aside, he's handling him with great caution here, and probably with good reason, given what we've been able to see earlier with that 1-4-2.
Yeah, a lesser player maybe than Ronnie would have panicked after giving away those points, but the next chance he got, he just stroked in a nonchalant long yellow just to sort of put it out of question. So normal service resumed for the champion 7 times, and still on course to make this a very easy first round victory, I think.
Yeah, this is the last frame of their first session here.
Yeah, he got the snooker, but shouldn't be any difficulty for Jackson. Just nestle into that cluster of reds. I'm pleased for him, though, that he's shown this Crucible crowd what he's made of with that wonderful 142 break. Well, Ronnie obviously didn't think he was going to clip the pink after the red. That's why he's caught the blue, but first glance, no harm done, except he's left Jackson with an easy safety.
one.
Yeah, I think that's why he was reluctant to play that red. He just felt he couldn't miss the kiss on the second red, and that's what's ruined the positional side of the shot.
Right,
Just
so
having a
one.
look through the tail of the tape, so to speak. First 4 frames, Jackson couldn't really get involved, and that lovely 1-2-6 in the 5th from Ronnie. And then the highlight of this session, the 1-4-2 by Jackson. So it's been quality, it's had everything. Had those few unexpected misses and 2 really good tons. Touching ball was declared, that's why you can fire away from this red. If it's declared touching, you fire away from the ball it's touching, you're deemed to have hit it. Decent target, this yellow and blue here. And well played, Jackson, you've found it.
Thank you.
Well, he's trying to bend this with a tracer right-hand side.
Foul,
Yeah,
miss.
didn't bend it enough.
Jackson Page, 4.
It could be a free ball. Maybe not.
Sorry. Back.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, sorry.
Ronnie holding his cue there, saying that that's the line.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you could get through to the red, but there was certainly a chance to bend the cue ball. Let's have a look where it was. It's going to go a lot further back towards the baulk cushion.
Jackson, thanks.
Oh, well, who cares if everybody agrees? I think the line's the same, it's just a bit closer to the...
No, because also if you look down there, remember what that gap was like. I think it must be further back.
Correct. Leo, it's
In
further
fact, Paul,
back.
could we just check it? Because I checked that gap. as
Yeah,
well.
because Ronnie first looked to cue between yellow and blue when he first got down to play the shot.
Back again.
That wasn't
Full
on.
width.
Yeah. That's it. Perfect. Sheer look.
Forward a touch, just a touch. Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Funny, he just went like that with it, put it in the perfect spot.
I'll go by you because you played the shot.
The one thing you do know, that Ronnie O'Sullivan will give an honest opinion. He won't be looking for an advantage here.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Thanks. Yeah.
And I'm certain Jackson will trust Ronnie's opinion. Just needed a little bit more right-hand side. The only thing with this, when you play right-hand side, you catch the red too thick, you'll check the cue ball. But he's allowed for that. We're playing at extra pace, and what a beautiful shot.
Yeah, thank you, Jackson.
Never had a lot of that in my day, and I don't know if you can remember it, but it's like the referee has to look at the situation before the player can get down now. You know, in case they have to replace them.
Got to be careful playing off the bunch here. Looks to me like the red, maybe red going towards the left corner pocket. maybe playing the red. That's why he's playing the red next to the black. And this is a decent safety shot from Jackson Page.
Yeah, very good. Tight to the cushion would have been better. But it's not straightforward return to balk. The red just above and to the left of the pink. Got to catch this thin. Just made certain he got back to the balk area. Well, he found the gap, but the red's gone towards the middle, but I think the green has come to the rescue. Ronnie, have a look at this end of the table. I don't see a containing safety. I suppose if he can't get through to that red near the right middle, he could come off the side cushion and just nestle on it. But you'd have to have a lovely touch. Or is there a possible pot to the right corner? You'd be taking a risk trying to play safe to the balk end, so he's just trying to move it away from the middle. Yeah, well, he's left a pot on. Playing it like that, couldn't do anything else but. Yeah, just trying to pinch a bit. The natural potting angle was to keep that cue ball near the side cushion. He was just trying to pinch a bit to get it away from the cushion. He wouldn't play a shot like that. Well, 1 in 1,000 he'd probably play it and hit it that bad.
It's actually something he's done from distance all day. When he's been playing with side, he's hit everything far too thin. He just hasn't come to terms with it, or got to terms with the table.
1.
Straight away. Will Ronnie play for the red? That's direct to the left of the black to the right corner. So there's 2 reds that he wants out the way. That's the plan. Let's come and have a look at the situation. Yeah, he's looking at that red now.
6.
Not the best positional shot, that one. It's not really nicely on pink or black, really, here. In order to get easy position to the next one. So he's got to strike this well. And he did. Absolutely beautiful strike. Minimum effort to the cue ball back for this red. And now it's all systems go to try and win this final frame of this session at this visit. Cleared the area for the black.
He's
pulled a few faces today, JB.
Yeah, he has, hasn't he? I think he's just concentrating. I don't think he realises what faces he's pulling. He's just concentrating so hard.
Yeah, absolutely. As I said at the start, he's looked bang up for it.
21.
To try and, as I say, do what he does best. Beat the players he's supposed to beat and do it convincingly. So I've mentioned so many seeds have fallen in this World Championship. To be honest, it's never ever looked like there'd be any chance of a shock in this match.
$29.
Mm.
36.
Don't think he's on anything. If those had broke right, that would have been frame and session over, but it hasn't.
Ronnie Sullivan, 36.
So once again, keeping his foot to the pedal. No loose shots. Hard, tough match play snooker. The obvious red to try and hit is the one closest to the top cushion, but coming off 2 cushions, it slides off the second one. But he looks to have judged it nicely.
Foul, a miss. Ronnie Sullivan, 4.
Well, found the gap. So a minor adjustment needed, but of course, if you hit it with a little bit more pace, as it looked as though it needed, you can react differently off the cushions, particularly when you're playing a 2-cushion escape. Got to be careful of that second cushion. It doesn't slide. It doesn't slide. And it did that time. And that's the worst possible outcome. Miscalled, won't be taken.
One.
Yeah, it's been a very professional performance from Ronnie Sullivan. If there was a stat for unforced errors, yeah, it could be very little on his card.
13.
So deepest black. And one more red in the colour.
Yeah.
I was thinking, you know, Ronnie playing Jackson Page here. And of course, Ronnie worked with one of the legends of Welsh snooker, 6 times champion, Ray Reardon, who was looking after Ronnie for a while, just trying to find little things he could improve, particularly his tactical side and his approach to the game. I think Ray'd have been very proud of this performance he's put in today. And I'm certain Ray will be watching. And if you are, Ray,
23.
I believe you made a century break last year. Anyway, hope you're in good health and hopefully see you soon.
24.
Yeah, nicely on the red, so no way back to the table now for Jackson Page. We saw what he could do,
32.
but that's the nature of the game of snooker.
Yeah, it's been, I think it's quite obvious, an absolute gulf in class at the table this afternoon.
39.
Wonderful century break from
40.
Jackson, and well, he plays at Mark Williams' club, and I suppose he's glad to get that frame, because even Mark would give him a merciless stick if he lost 10-0. You know, being one of his best friends.
Oh, sorry. 46. 47.
Yeah, job well done from the favourite, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Yeah, he's left nothing to chance, has he?
Well,
the red doesn't go in, but it's been a wonderful session. Everybody saw what they wanted to see from Ronnie O'Sullivan, and fair play to Jackson Page, that marvellous break of 142. But that was the only thing he got out of the session. He trails at the end of it, 8 frames to 1.